everyone, welcome to Grace and Alignment, where faith meets business and marriage meets mission.
We're JW and Sissy, husband and wife team, navigating entrepreneurship, partnership, and purpose.
On this channel, we'll be sharing genuine conversations about building your business with your spouse, rooted in God, and keeping your marriage strong through it all.
Today, we'll be talking about how building a business strengthens our marriage.
Yes, and I know that's kind of a weird statement for a lot of people that have never had a business with their spouse or partner. So we're just going to go through
Yeah.
some situations, questions, and things that we've been through the years.
Yep.
And I'm going to start.
Okay. All
So,
right, let's get into it.
did you have any hesitations about mixing your marriage with business?
Well, I did. I want to talk about this for just a few minutes. Well, I know that I was married to a D. What that means is a dominant, which I talked about it in the first episode that we had. So I always knew that she wanted to be, somebody in charge and to do her own thing. And I understood that. So it never crossed my mind for us to be a husband and wife team because I knew who I was married to and who my wife was, just a strong, direct person, and wanted to do her own thing because she had other ventures and stuff that she had done before anyway, even started a business before I did. So that was one that was my reason for me just never would have thought that we would be in business this long as a husband and wife team.
I guess I would say hesitations for me would be because of what he said. I kind of piggyback off of that. Is I do have a deep personality. So I think one of the things that I have learned in being in business with him, I do have a little control issues.
A little.
So listen,
A little.
I just have a little bit of control issues. So that was a hesitation because I knew that I was going to have to share in the responsibilities of the decision making.
Yeah.
Now, that wasn't the only thing. I wanted to be in control of my business. I have a whole
Right.
different background than the car business.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a hesitation that I would say that I had. It's just giving up some of that responsibility and control.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get to the next question here. And that's me. So, looking back on what is a defining moment when you knew where you're truly partners and just not spouses. So you want to
Um,
elaborate on that?
I don't know if it was a specific moment, but I would say it's been like many years ago. We've been you've been in business for 15. I've probably been helping 12, something like that. So a decade or
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if there was a specific moment, but I knew when we had to make big decisions, we were definitely more than just spouses, husband and
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
We were partners in life. We were partners in raising, children. We were partners in any decisions that we made. And
Yeah.
when you go into business with your spouse, that's a whole nother layer and level
It
that
is.
you're adding
Yeah.
to your life partner.
Which it is. It is.
Hmm.
It is. It makes you think about, and not where it does. It makes you think about and question really who you are. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? When you in business with your spouse, it really tells you, you know, you're married and y'all got certain obligations and things like that. But it really put another layer on it when you go into business with your spouse, far as like you said, making the decisions, and I mean big decisions, you know, even from what people may think may be small decisions, purchasing things for the business, and then having to let your rather it's employees or whatever just take it
Yeah, the
home and whatever
responsibility of it. Yeah.
responsibilities, and then with things that people we would some people may think is small,
Right.
just from giving all your employees gas cards or
Yeah.
whatever. Most people may think that's small, but that's a big decision,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
doing
the
things like that.
responsibility.
Yep. Yeah.
Giving
So
keys
yep.
of a vehicle that's in your name or the business
Yeah.
name. Those are decisions,
Yeah.
and you kind of got to
Yeah. So you may
think about,
think that
yeah,
it's okay to do that, you know, and then here I come, I'm thinking different, you know, we don't need to do that. But, you know, in reality, we have to come together and make the right decisions. And a lot of times we did, and sometimes we did,
yeah, a
you
lot of
know,
times.
agree to disagree, you
Yeah,
know. So,
a lot of times. Yeah,
okay, okay. So,
absolutely. So, I'll come in here and are there any specific Bible verses or spiritual practices that helped us stay grounded through
yeah,
the tough times and the good
yeah.
times? Um,
So, one of the things I would say is that we have like a every morning ritual that we do, and we always, you know, read the daily verse, always the daily verse while we having coffee or
devotions,
whatever, and
right?
devotions, you know, every single morning before we do anything. That's what we do before we
Hmm.
leave the house and start our work week or whatever. We always read the daily verse and the devotion. So and it's great. It really it calms you and gets you focused on
Hmm.
your day
Yeah.
or what you're doing. So
And I do have a verse. There's many verses that I stand on,
yes,
but Galatians 6:9. It's a popular verse, so it's I'm
yeah,
sure. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. I think it's
yes.
those last five words.
That's great.
If we do not give up.
That is great.
So I'm going to kind of say with our business, it's auto detailing. 95% of it is mobile. We do pressure washing, commercial and residential. Um, and just when you hear what type of business it is, most like blue collar type of businesses, you go out of business in 5 years or
Yeah,
less.
yeah,
And if you do not give up,
yeah.
that's key.
That is key.
But trust me, it is hard. Now, I'm not the physical labor person at all, I'm the behind the scenes, but still, just employing, the people. We have so many stories,
Yeah,
we'll get into those in
yeah.
future episodes. Some are funny,
Fine. Yeah,
comical,
and
but
some are
it's
not.
it's life experiences
Yeah,
that we've went through. But you will reap um, if you do not give up.
yeah.
Now, I did not know that I was built for
Right. Yeah.
this.
I didn't either.
I'm still
I didn't
questioning
either.
because it's tough.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say when I go to seminars, when I'm in cohorts or things like that, oh, your business is seasonal. No, we
No.
can't. We gotta feed. We gotta put bread on our
Yeah.
table.
We
It's
do.
not seasonal.
Nope. It's not.
We're in North Carolina, so we don't get a huge winter, but we get a hot summer.
Yeah.
So it's not seasonal, and with the help of God, we've made it not seasonal. Our team works year round.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, we sure do. And it is great having the employees that we have. You know, that's one of the things too that people may think that's easy too, but that's not. You know, having employees and them. I never would have thought that I would be in a position to have people working for me because I think that that's one of the hardest things to be able to get people to want to work for you.
And the harder thing is, if I said that right, is keeping the people.
Yeah, it is. So that's part of what
Yeah,
you know that I was really saying too. It's hard to for people to see your vision.
yeah.
If people don't see your vision, they're gonna be gone in a minute. The normally employees and they can do one or two things wrong, but if you do a half a thing wrong,
You're held
as
at a
a
higher
yeah,
standard. I'm
you are.
sure other entrepreneurs that are tuning in, you are held at a higher standard,
Yeah,
and we can't do wrong. And in their minds, but we're human just like everyone else.
yeah, yes
We've
we are.
started from the bottom. Like I said on the first episode, we had no formal training
Yeah,
at all. We're still grinding and still learning things
yeah,
every day, don't you
I
think
agree.
so? Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Yeah, with
First,
with our marriage, we've been
yeah,
married 19 years this year.
yeah,
And with the business. So we're still learning about each other,
yeah.
but I will say, um,
It's a journey.
right, and we're
It
talking
is.
about how the business has built our marriage strong. And
Yeah,
it really
it
has.
has. Yeah, it
Yeah.
has. All right. Next question. All right. In what ways has building this business revealed new gifts or callings in each of us?
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah, it is. It
That's a
is.
good one.
It is.
I'll say for me, like I said before, I didn't know I was built for this.
Yeah,
So a lot of prayer time, um, by myself, talking to God, um, and He's been revealing things through the years. And He put it into my heart earlier this year. I am not an out front person at all. Not. I'm a behind the scenes. But He shared with me that you guys have been through so much.
yeah,
Share it with other people. You need to create a platform. I'm like, this is not me.
yeah,
This is not me. But we're working on staying in alignment with God. So He's helped me create um, the things that we're doing right now to share with
yes,
our audience, that you can have a successful marriage
yeah.
along with a
You sure
successful
can.
business.
Yeah,
But you're going to go through it.
you are.
You're going to go through it.
You gonna go
You're
through
going
it.
to go through it.
Yeah,
you know
but when people
yeah.
see you, like when people see us, they may not think, that we've been through what we done been through just from seeing us because I do love my wife. I do, and I know you love me too, but when they see us, they don't see that on the outside. So this is a chance for us to tell everybody how it is when you're doing business with your spouse. So, and one of my gifts is, as you guys can already probably tell, is talking. So when I be in a lot of the contracts and stuff that we done got and the rooms that I be in, maybe a lot of times I may think that it's rooms that I'm not supposed to be in, but just by the grace of God, and God let me know and given me this gift that I have,
And
you
what
know,
gift is that?
just the gift of talking. So
They used to say back in the day, oh, you got the
the
gift
gift of
of
gab.
gab. I'm sure
So
when you were in school,
yeah,
I'm sure you were in elementary school. You always will
So,
get asked to get to the back or hush up,
so
but we
a lot,
appreciate that
yeah,
gift now.
we appreciate it. We do. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that I had it. So, once again, I want to talk about a lot of the rooms that I've been in, and there's been some big rooms that I've been in to where I've been a little nervous, but with prayer and me talking to God, even in the rooms, under my breath or whatever, He always give me all the right words and everything that I need to say for these contracts or the people that I'm speaking with, and it always turned out to where God will place you in places where you think you're not supposed to be, and the outcome be so great to where when you leave, a lot of the rooms that I've left and the phone calls and stuff that we've gotten from big contracts, I was just floored from it, from me just going in and people really liking who I am and the conversations and stuff that we have, but I know it's all God
Hmm.
because they can see it in you too. Even some non believers can still see it in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they can see the good in us,
yeah,
you know.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's
You
great.
always bring, the light in
Yeah,
the dark room.
yeah,
I have to give it to him. He does. So I'm gonna speak about the little last statement.
yes,
And is there a time that you've seen God provide financially, emotionally, and any unexpected opportunities while being in the business?
yes. It's numerous times. I know I can't, we don't have enough time for me to talk about them all, but God just, He shows up in unexpected areas on just everything that we do with the business. A lot of the things that we've gotten, even from some of the contracts that we've gotten, is just from, and I know who it is. It's God. It's just from phone calls, and then we have friends or family or whatever. They'll be like, "Well, how did y'all get that? Well, how did y'all get these people?" And it's always by the grace of God.
And a lot of times we'll say we don't really know. I
Yeah,
mean, I'll tell us a little quick little story about one of the largest dealerships we're in now. We've been in for almost 9 years
yeah,
now. It was never a pitch. It was
never,
never a bid. It was never
never.
a phone call. It was never going by asking, hey, it was literally my brother had purchased a car there, and we were going there because something had happened with the car, and
Yeah,
he's a long distance truck driver. So, long story short,
yeah,
um, Michael and an employee took the car there. So, he needed two people to drop the car off, pick it up, or whatever, like
yeah,
that. And a guy just saw him walk by with his uniform on. And
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there. He just kind of asked
He
you,
approached me. He
yeah,
asked me, "What did we do, or did we do anything mobile or whatever?" And I told him, and I assured him that we did. So one thing led to another. It was like it was just the next day or two. It was a phone call, and then we was over there.
yeah.
You know,
And they wanted more.
yeah,
More meaning more
people and
employees.
more
Is this all you
employees. So
got?
yeah,
So we were scrambling.
yeah,
So most of our, situations, contracts, or however you want to state it, situations, are kind of God sent.
they are.
And I think when I went there one day to take invoices or something like that, and I sat in a car, and uh, it was like I was frozen in the car, and I was like, I just couldn't move, and I literally heard God say, "See, if you stay with me,
Yeah,
I just gave you the biggest."
yeah,
And so I take that, and then I keep hearing that, and
yeah,
it was like, okay, and there's another verse, I can't think of the name of it, with the shutting the door. I don't know why I can't think of it now, but
Yeah.
because it's a popular verse
Yeah.
too. It
When
just is
another door shuts, a
another
bigger
one
one
open,
opens.
and yeah, but that was that kind of situation. It was just like the door was open, and all we
Yeah.
had to do was walk through it. There
Yeah.
was no
Absolutely.
banging down the door. There was
Yeah.
no knocking. The door was just open.
Yeah.
So um, nothing but God, nothing but us being obedience
Yeah.
and following what He says.
That's it. It's
Um,
His word.
it is His word,
Yeah.
and it is us following Him. So
Yeah.
okay, that is the end of our show. But we want you to
Like
like and
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Tune in. We will be going, or not going live, but posting videos on Sunday evening, every Sunday. So please check out Grace and Alignment and like and subscribe.